This post is specifically for women who are on the dating scene. If you are single and you never want to date, this post does not apply to you. Okay? I'm happy for you that you are happy alone forever. But again, I ain't talking to you. For those of you who are on the dating scene, nothing wrong with it. But I do want to have a serious discussion with you because I love you. And I'm the best friend that's always going to tell you the truth even when you don't want to hear it. You have your list of likes and don't likes and requirements as far as what type of man that you are looking for. And I'm going to be the one to tell you make sure you are also embodying all the things on that list. You want him to have a good credit score. Is your credit good? Some of y'all couldn't even get approved for a Cricket phone. You want him to have his own transportation. I mean, depending on what state you live in, you might not need it. But for the most part, you want him to have his own transportation. Do you have your own transportation? You want him to be financially fit, but you ain't even got two nickels to rub together. You want him to have his own place, but you don't even have your own place. You want him to be a good person who respects people, and you don't even respect people. You don't even know how to talk to people and have a normal conversation. You don't even know how to communicate. You be ghosting your best friends over the dumbest shit. The truth of the matter is, if you want to be married or in a relationship, I think you should have that. If that's what you want, you will never hear me tell you that it's wrong to want those things. I might say wait and be cautious. I might say take your time, but you'll never hear me say it's wrong to want those things because it's not. But what I will say is, for some of you, you might need to not date right now. And I know we think that by default, as women, if we want to date, we should. And sure, you can. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want to do. But for those of you who are willing to listen, some of you either need to put that on pause and just wait and just develop yourself as a person. Because listen, I get it. There are very few good, decent men out there. Very few. I understand that. That's just the simple truth of the matter when you look at statistics for women who are married, when you look at domestic violence statistics. It's just the facts. There are very few good men out there. But some of you, not all of you, some of you, if you were to meet one of those good men, you'd fuck it up. Not him, you. Sometimes, again, we're not going to go against statistics. Sometimes the problem is us. Yes, the problem is men a lot of the time, but sometimes the problem is us. If you can't afford to keep your lights on, you don't need to be worried about dating. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you what other people aren't going to tell you. If you have anger issues, if you can't afford therapy, you need to be Googling affordable therapy in my area and shopping around for a therapist. I get so sick of women saying, well, I had a therapist one time. Okay, well, did you try any other therapist? Y'all will bowl through men, but anything having to do with taking care of yourself, one strike and that's it. You might have to shop around for a therapist. You might have to research affordable therapy options. Call the HR department at your job. See if they have any programs for therapy. At the very least, get a fucking journal and a good self-help book. You can Google or go on social media and find some good recommendations for some self-help books. And I want you to listen because some of y'all are going to cut me off before I even finish the statement, and I don't appreciate that. Listen, while I do not believe that you necessarily have to love yourself or you won't be able to love anyone else, that's definitely not true. I do think it is in your best interest to love yourself and to be confident. Not perfect. We all have flaws and things that we don't like. But I think it's in your best interest to at least overall like yourself. Some of you can't even be alone. If you don't even like yourself, if you can't be alone, then sure, you might be a good girlfriend to somebody because you're giving them all the love that you're not giving yourself. Sure. But you set yourself up to be taken advantage of by someone who's going to sniff that out of you and wring you dry. You want a man who is goal driven, who'll be a good leader. I'm eating cheese dip right now. Who's on a mission. But you are aimlessly wandering through life. No plan. And even if you don't know what you want to do, you're not even volunteering anywhere. That's what I tell people when they're like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. Volunteer somewhere. At a homeless shelter, at a domestic violence shelter, at a nursing home, at a hospital. But I don't know where. Google it. Y'all will put all your time and energy into finding a dating site and swiping and this, and you won't put no time and energy into finding shit that'll help yourself and help other people. Come the fuck on. It's me you're talking to here. There's nothing wrong with wanting a man. And you deserve a good one if that's what you want. But by all means, please make sure that you are a good woman too. And not just for a man, but for yourself. Because as a woman who used to have all her shit fucked up, I mean, toe up from the flow up. Once I got my shit figured out, I ain't perfect. Don't get it twisted. I still got my days, okay? But once I got my shit figured out, got my credit figured out, got my finances figured out, got some goals going on for myself, got into therapy, my life is the best it has ever been. For me. And for my children, because I have children. I'm just a good person, a better person all around for those who come in contact with me. We can have all the fluff and the psychobabble that we've heard on social media, all the long words, pat each other on the back and say, you go sis, you this, you that, you know you all that. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Some of y'all need work. Because even if you were to get a good relationship, you'd sabotage it. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. A good quality man is not going to play games. They will also have standards and expectations because they respect themselves. Hello? You still there? Did I lose any of you? Anyway, hope this message lands where it's meant to land.